Now, your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast.
John Mayer joining us now for weather. And you're condoning bad habits. It's 11 o'clock at night. I don't need a cup of coffee.
Well, hey, you need something to keep yourself warm, right?
Sure, maybe some hot cocoa.
Okay, cocoa, now that's a
little
winner.
less caffeinated.
Yeah, anything, especially tomorrow morning. It's going to be getting down there. Not quite freezing, but still pretty close. And you can see that. These are current temperatures, incredibly enough. These aren't the lows we had this morning. This is just what it feels like outside right now. We're down in the lower 40s all across the entire state this evening. This is definitely a beginning of major cooling that we've been seeing out there this morning, today, and well, even into tomorrow. Still going to be plenty cool moving forward. 41 degrees right now in Odessa, Midland, 44 in Lubbock, and 42 down in Alpine. And well, you know what? Early lows, they were really something. We actually saw teens out there this morning. You have to go up into Amarillo to see it, but 19 degrees, that was our early low, and this was really our first chance to see freezing temperatures across a very, very large portion of the state, and almost the entirety of the viewing area dropping down into the lower 30s, upper 20s, 28 in Seminole and Hobbs, 31 in Wink, 30 in Odessa, Midland. Yeah, this was our first major freeze that we've had so far this year, and well, it doesn't look like we're going to see a lot of freezing temperatures going forward. Certainly still going to be plenty cold out there as we move throughout the rest of this forecast. But we do have some high pressure that's really begun to settle in, keeping us clear and dry out there. You notice no real cloud cover heading our way just quite yet. But off to the west, we do have a little something heading our way, and it's a cold front starting to move through. And the early parts of next week, you notice, beginning to bring some rainfall into New Mexico. Could we be seeing that? Well, it gets close, but honestly, it's just too dry out there. We just don't have enough moisture in the air to support any real rainfall developing, and once that front moves through, the rain basically hopscotches right over us. You get that rain into the central part of the state, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, and it really just goes from Albuquerque to Dallas, and we're left in the middle, sitting pretty dry, and well, still plenty cool, though. With that cold front coming through, it's just going to give us another round of that cold air, and certainly going to cool us off into the Thanksgiving holiday. So we're not really seeing a major turnaround, but a little bit of warmer air as we start off the new week before we drop right back down again. Again, we're down into the 30s and 40s this evening. 37 in Seminole and Snyder. Current temperatures out there, 41 in Odessa, Midland. And here's something we haven't been able to see so far this year. Wind chill is actually coming into play. Feels like we're in the mid-30s right now in the Tall City. Feels like we're down at freezing in Hobbs. Thankfully, the winds aren't too exceptional, or else these numbers would really look bad. But check out Marfa. It feels like 25 degrees this evening. And those winds, thankfully, not going to get it too excessive, mostly single digits across the viewing area. But if we see these jump up just a little bit, anywhere around 10 to 15 miles per hour, we're going to be talking about a serious wind chill into the overnight hours. Thankfully, I don't think that'll be the case. And one thing that's also playing into our favor, the cooler weather dropping down those tree pollen counts, grass pollen, weed pollen, all coming in as low. Mold spores, a different story, but at least we're looking at something of a change out there. TexanAllergy.com. Check that out for all the latest on that allergen forecast. And of course, those temperatures tonight, still plenty cool, dropping down into the upper 30s, lower 40s this evening in the northern basin. But we do start to see some 70s making a return by tomorrow afternoon. Another cold one, though, along I-20, mid-30s in Odessa, Midland, and then upper 60s, lower 70s for our highs on Sunday. And down into the Trans-Pecos, a little bit of warming along I-10. We're actually looking at lows only falling into the 40s and 50s, and then for our afternoon highs getting into the mid-70s. Of course, the Davis Mountains still a little bit cooler, flirting with some more freezing lows in Marfa and Valentine tonight before we warm back up into the 70s by tomorrow. Next couple of days are going to be our chance to see some of that warmer air out there before things start to cool back off later in the 7-day forecast. And you'll notice we start to drop back down just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday, down into the 30s again for those lows by Wednesday morning. Thanksgiving Day, going to be chilly out there, only 65 degrees, and then into the holiday weekend, certainly still staying on the cool side. Thankfully, no more freezing lows in our 7-day forecast, at least not